Donald Trump was asked yesterday by a reporter in the Oval Office if, in retrospect, if it would have been appropriate to lower the flag for Speaker of the House of Minnesota, Melissa Hortman, when she was shot and killed by a gunman back in June. Her husband, their dog, another Minnesota senator was also shot along with his wife. They lived. And this reporter asked Donald Trump if, in retrospect, if it would have been appropriate to lower the flag. And at first, Donald Trump didn't know who that was. He goes, well, I didn't know who, and then was told who it was. And he goes, well, yeah, I would have done it if the governor would have asked. Of course I would have done it. But there'd be a lot, sometimes you have to say no about lowering the flag because it'd never be up. There'd be a lot of lowering the flag. Well, a couple things. One, about the amount of lowering the flag. Maybe that means we need to do something about gun violence in this country. Just saying, maybe that's a thought. As far as whether or not he should have lowered it for Representative Hortman, yes, he should have. He should have dealt with it much differently. But at the time, he didn't call Governor Walz. Now, he is putting the blame for it on Governor Walz for not calling him. But at the time, he said, well, why would I call him? He's deranged, and it'd be a complete waste of my time to call him. So he didn't. So that conversation never took place about lowering the flag. And why would Governor Walz have called Donald Trump after being called deranged and saying that talking to him was a waste of time? Donald Trump had made his point clear. But Donald Trump doesn't remember making those comments. I guarantee you. He doesn't remember a lot of what he says. That's why he contradicts himself all of the time. He should have lowered the flags for Representative Hortman, just like he chose to do for Charlie Kirk. But because it was somebody on his side of the aisle, he made that choice. Donald Trump doesn't want the flag lowered a lot because he thinks it's disrespectful. Remember, he wanted them raised the minute he took office, even though they were supposed to have been lowered in mourning of former President Jimmy Carter. Donald Trump thought it was more important to have them at full staff for himself than lowered for somebody else. Donald Trump doesn't care about lowering the flag to respect anybody. He's only doing it because Charlie Kirk was somebody who said nice things about him, was on his side, and he knows by lowering the flag for Charlie Kirk, the people on his side of the aisle, his supporters, are going to cheer for him for doing the right thing. That's his motivations. He doesn't care about doing it out of respect for anybody or the custom, despite what he says.